Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. So as most of you know, I bought a new place with my brother back in November with the intention of renovating it throughout. Progress has been quite slow because we've been waiting to get planning permission through so that we could actually start renovating it. The last video I posted of the inside was back on the 22nd of December, and that video showed myself and my dad taking up the carpets and taking out the kitchen in preparation for the next phases. So this is how the place was left looking for several months. Thankfully, planning permission was granted about a month ago, which meant work could finally commence. So the first job was stripping everything out, right back to the bare stone walls, so that the project could be approached like a clean slate. One key part of this project is making it more energy efficient, because previously there was no insulation under the floors or in some of the walls, so we're going to get that sorted out. And speaking of energy efficiency, the first new things to go in were some double glazed timber framed windows. The previous ones were just single glazed plastic framed windows, which wasn't very energy efficient at all. So it's important here to introduce you to the person you're seeing right now, because you'll be seeing a lot of him over the coming months on this channel. This is Sean Paul, and he's going to be running the entire renovation project. So for a bit of background on who he is and what he does, Sean Paul is a joiner who has been on building sites since he was just 5 years old, alongside his granddad, John, who had his own building business. Sean Paul and John, good Celtic boys. So from when he was about 10 years old until he was 14, Sean Paul worked on jobs with his granddad, doing things like driveways and groundworks for house builds. And when he was just 15, a guy called Kevin Wallace gave him the opportunity to leave school and come aboard his self-titled joinery firm as an apprentice. After 4 years there, Sean Paul became fully qualified, and by the time he was 21, he had moved up to become the operations manager for the firm, which meant he was running complete builds from the ground up. After 9 years with that firm, Sean Paul then went on to set up his own firm called Deborah Joinery. The name of Sean Paul's firm originates from his late auntie. He wanted to keep her name running in the family, following on from his granddad's business, Deborah Building. Now, throughout this entire renovation process, Sean Paul's going to be posting behind the scenes updates of the progress to his Instagram. So if you'd like to see that and wouldn't mind taking 2 seconds to support his new firm by giving him a follow, that would be really cool and very much appreciated. You can find him at Deborah Joinery, and I'll leave a link pinned at the top of the comments below as well. As I've said before, I have absolutely zero skills when it comes to renovations, which is why I need professionals involved, especially with a project of this magnitude. So I'm very glad to have Sean Paul steering this ship. Now, a lot of people have been asking me what is actually going to be getting done to the house and how long will it take, so I'll go into that a little bit. So the whole house, the living room and kitchen area which we're in now, and also the bathroom, hallway and 2 bedrooms will all be getting renovated. Just to be sensible with the financial side of it, we're going to be doing the project in several phases. The first phase will be the kitchen and living area, the next phase will be the bigger bedroom and the bathroom, and the final phase will be the hallway and the smaller bedroom, which is likely going to be my office. There may be a potential 4th phase at some point in the future, because there is an attic space which could be converted into a 3rd bedroom, but that will likely be a little further down the line and will need additional planning permission. As I said before, a lot of people have been wondering about a timeline for this project, how long it'll take, when it will be completed, when I'll be moving in. For this first phase, everything should take around 7 weeks, and I'll get into the timeline for that in a second. Obviously, timelines for projects like this can always be affected by bad weather, so I'm holding on to the hope that the weather won't be too disruptive.
Get hairbrush me in, lad. Know what I mean? Hey, get around the some of the wrinkles.
I just thought that was an important clip to share. That was your introduction to Sean Paul's granddad, John. So like I said, everything should take about 7 weeks, and the breakdown for that is as follows. Week 1, which is already completed, was the strip out, addition of the windows, raising the ceiling and forming the space for the velexes, aka skylights. I do have footage of Sean Paul forming the space for the velexes, but I wanted to save that for the next video where he'll actually be installing the Velux windows. Week 2 will be adding the new roof and installing the Veluxes. That'll be quite an exciting week because it'll just make the space so much brighter and feel much more open. Week 3 will be spent sorting out the floor and deafening so that the room is more soundproofed and insulated. The partition and stud walls will also be going up that week, and the first plumbing and electrical fixes will also get sorted that week. In the 4th week, the walls will get insulated and plasterboarded, and the 5th week will be spent taping and painting the plasterboard. The 6th week will be installing the kitchen, adding floor coverings, rough casting the external wall, and completing any other external work that is needing done. And the 7th week will just be taking care of the finishing touches. Once all of this is done and phase 1 is complete, I'll move out of my tiny house and into this place. I'll put the tiny house on Airbnb to get another income source flowing to help with the next phases of this renovation. Because the bedrooms won't be done by that point, when I move into this place, I'll likely just be spending a lot of time in the main living area until phase 2, where the master bedroom and bathroom get done. That might sound a bit shit, but it actually wouldn't be that different from my current situation in the tiny house. Whenever I'm home, I spend most of my time moving between my desk and the couch as I work and relax. I film most of my videos and do all of my work in that one space, so I'm quite at peace with having to live and work out of one room for a wee while at this new place. I don't imagine it'll cause any disruption to the way I go about my daily work routine. As long as I have a place to sit, eat and work, I'm pretty much all good. My parents also live kind of nearby, so I can go there for showers when the bathroom is actually getting done. And if my cat doesn't like living in a half-done house, I guess she can hang out at my parents' home with their cat Harry for a little bit. I'll actually need to run that idea past my parents first though. You're all hearing that part of the plan before them. So that's the plan and timeline in place. I'm really quite excited to get all of this going, and like I said, very happy I've got Sean Paul on board. All going well, the next video should be along quite soon, which will show the new roof being put on and the new roof windows being installed. Like I said, I think this will really transform the place, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that and of course sharing it with you all. To wrap things up, this is what everything looks like now. The ceiling has been raised, the ties are in, and the kitchen has all been delivered and is ready for fitting. Finally, if you're watching this video as soon as it's gone up, I'll be live on Twitch right now if you want to come hang out for a little bit. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate you taking 2 seconds to leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.